So let's talk about these looks on the first season reunion. Charisse is the worst, and Gabrissi is the next worst. God, this hair. I mean, Charisse, you have on a sequin sack, a sparkly sack. This graphite look ain't for you. Everybody did a smoky eye, and everybody looks terrible in it. I like that Karen went with the gold look, but this bushy, brassy wig, God, Rob Dixon. I don't know what the hell this is, but you should send it back to the demon that you got it from. Because what the hell is the only place it could have come from? Katie looks the best, but that raccoon smoky eyes still ain't it. And Rob the Throb, why would you wear Grape Crush as a lipstick color? Is it because you're immature or because you don't have taste? Rob lying saying Juan likes that hair. Juan don't like you no matter what hair you got. Short, long, panties a thong. He don't want nothing to do with you. Charisse thinks that people were attacking her. No, we were just commenting on how boring you are, how snobbish you are, how unpleasant you are. We invited you into our home, but then we just wanted you to leave. That's true, Heifer. You come into our home with your unpleasant ways. You can pull that crap at your house, but not over here. I pay too much in rent. Get the F on. So Katie tells us that her engagement is off. Giselle asks if she pawned the ring. No, honey, that's what you did with your wedding ring because it wasn't worth shit. Charisse says, when Karen introduced herself to me, she said she was married to the Black Bill Gates, and I said I never want to see that woman again. We never wanted to see you again, but we stuck with you. Like a herpy. Like a wart. Like sickle cell anemia. Always popping up at the worst time. So we get to Karen, and she says, I'm Karen. I don't have to be Lady Eloise or the Grand Dame. And Andy asked, were you like this as a kid? And Katie said, oh yeah, she had a vivid imaginary world that continues as an adult, so now they gonna go at it. Karen's also upset that Katie called her cocktail party podunk even though it was. And Karen said, well, you know what? I enjoyed attending your non-event. Karen said, open a wallet and throw an event yourself. Andy asked Charisse if she sees Katie on the circuit. And she says, well, I know Katie does a lot of stuff, but I don't see none of the heifers on the circuit either. But I don't see none of these heifers on the giving circuit or throwing events. They ain't got pocket like that. Rob the Throb gonna say, it doesn't make sense to take up our valuable time. And Karen just cackled. Now this is interesting. So somebody asked a question about Karen always appreciating eye candy and is the Black Bill Gates enough? And she said, oh, well, he gives me permission to look at eye candy. I think he lets you more than touch. I think he lets you feel. I think he lets you suck on a sample. It's just when he wants to play, I'm trying to work. When I want to play, he wants to sleep. Girl, Ashley said you always trying to bait Ray, and she said, well, Ray follows me happy into the house. Hopefully your man will follow you in the house in 20 years if he lived that long. Not if he lived that long, and your coot got one foot in the coffin as it is. That's a joke I wouldn't throw around. But yeah, that marriage didn't last. Oh yes, somebody asked Karen about that dated ass kitchen. It's because they about to sell that house for a loss. She gonna say, can you afford $10,000 a month mortgage? I don't think so. Y'all still have a mortgage after being in that house for 40 years. That house should have been paid for cash. Mortgage. Oh God, and this is why we love Katie. Andy said, you got crap for your house too, Giselle. And she said, yes, but it's a home for my girls. And Katie said, yes, and you are also renting. The way Katie said, renting. That air of true wealth and bemused condescension. Katie said, well, Karen ain't the Grand Dame. And she ain't. Now, hold the hell on. I forgot Ashley was showing us coochie sweat stains in her first season. And to Rob the Throb, that's why she put her finger in your face. She wanted to put that finger elsewhere. Wait a minute, Michael is 65 at the start of this show, so he's 73 now. Hold on for widow money, honey. Don't get divorced. Hold on for that widow money. Y'all could be separated, but as long as he dies and you're married, you'll get it all. Widow money. That's why you're dragging your feet, hoping death he won't cheat. Get it all. It's cheaper to bury him. Oh, Lord, this is when she was humping that chef. Ha! So we already getting on Giselle for calling Ashley's hair a big bush. And Ashley said, look, if you want to overprocess your hair, that's fine, but I can be a naturally beautiful black woman. Denise asked Ashley, you think the heifers is jealous of you because you young and beautiful and have your coined coot? And Ashley said, sometimes. Sometimes. Giselle said, what are we hating on? You're hating on the fact that she's not single and saddled with children, but she is now. You're happy she got your future, and that's why you don't hate as hard on the heifer no more. And Rob is just sitting there taking up space, like a bump on an Adam's apple. I mean, there's just something so masculine about this. Just, even with the wig, it's very drag. Just that neck, that thick football neck, that half-back neck. Femininity, femininity. And then what the hell is this nest Giselle has on her head? This is a nest. And a dress by Joanne Fabrics. Oh, God. Now we talking about why did Ashley hump Rob the Throb? Because Rob the Throb loves a little puss play. She loves to scissor with her sisters in a circle. She's a touch-me-not who got touched. Oh, God, and when she turned that head to the side, look at this shit. A mess of curl, a mess of curl. It looks like spaghetti on your heady. Rob gonna say, try dry humping an investor. You ain't got no money. Giselle, why did you call Ashley a thought? Cause she ain't getting none, so she jealous of the heifers who are. Oh, Ashley gave a good one. For your daughters to see that, I hope you felt some shame. I'd never use that word about another woman. Oh, so Giselle is pissed with Ashley cause Ashley stuck her in the non-AC room during the little trip to Bethany Beach. Ashley, you knew, and you wanted to punish them. Ashley said y'all just should have slept naked and called it a day. Like they wasn't. But now we get to everybody has a problem with old Jizzy. And they had a problem with Jizzy's sissy. So now we ask Karen and Charisse, honk, 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 why y'all say ghetto so much when talking about Giselle. It's classist and egregious, but also Giselle is a feces of a being at times. And so she acts as if she was raised without the advantages that she was. Gabrice didn't like Karen calling Cal the help, and Karen gonna say, well, that was the nicest thing I could have said. That's true, because you could have called him a hairstylist without a license, and that would get him where he lives. Then Karen gonna say he balled up his fist at me. Giselle was like, no, he was calling you a man because you look like a drag queen. A season 5 drag queen to be specific. And back then, honey, you did. That wig was slipping and shaking, shimmying and jiving. So now we asking Rob the Throb about her union with Juan. Will you get married again? Yeah, for a check. A loveless marriage. Juan Dixon is still in your heart and your house. What's the deal between you? Well, really, it's what's the deal between them three. Her, she, and the other she. So he already worked at University of Maryland, and I guess he got let go from there and headed over to Coppin State, got fired from there. I wonder who'll hire him now. Oh, God. So now they get to talking about their dating rules because they was happily divorced then. And she said, well, I'm not dating anyone, and I don't think he does. Yeah, you don't think, you know. If he went on a date, would you get jealous? Possibly. Well, I mean, when he has an affair on you now, you just don't care. That man wore you down. Y'all, it took 7 years for them to get married. And what kind of a marriage is this? Sometimes you just gotta let it go. So she says, I love him. But are you in love with him? Yes, but is he in love with her? No. No, absolutely not. Now she said, I'm not in love with him, and that's where I need to get. No, that's where you need to stay. So she said, you know, he's been unfaithful before. I'm used to it. He cheated all through the marriage, so this is nothing new. She said, I turn a blind eye to the bull. Keep saying that. Say my eye is blind. I guess that don't work on Bravo. You're going to have to see your husband's bull, because we see it at the laundromat and the nail salon. Somebody asked Ashley if she should have been more sympathetic to Rob the Throb's bankruptcy since her mama going through her own. But her mama been living under a bridge, so that ain't nothing new. However, Giselle pipes up and said, Rob was very nice to you. No, Rob was being shady. See, Katie was too much for Giselle. Katie was like, now I know you ain't gonna open your mouth when you gossip about everybody to take them down, and we've seen Katie's right. Katie said Giselle is a chihuahua on crack. So now we get into the biracial conversation and how obsessed Rob and Jizzy are with complexion and identity, a conversation that we've continued to have over the years. Katie called Rob and Jizzy dumb and dumber, and Rob said, you better shut the hell up, get security out here for real. But Rob's not aggressive. I think Katie would wear Rob the Throb out, but that was the shit, and I'ma see you soon for Housewives of Miami.